What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 2 of the Come Up podcast. Today we got our boy Kevin, Durangos BBQ.
What's up, guys? Steiny.
What's up, Sergio?
Today we're going to be talking about the come up of our boy Kevin. We mainly want to focus on Durangos BBQ. What is Durangos BBQ, bro?
Durangos BBQ is just a local operation where we sell local barbecue. Briskets, pulled pork, pork ribs, beef ribs, chicken. We usually do it every Friday.
Fuck, man, you got me hungry over here, bro.
Yeah, it's 100% smoked with a mixture of wood and charcoal. Preferably mesquite because in Mexico everybody uses mesquite charcoal. For a lot of kind of asadas or any type of meat, they usually use mesquite. So I wanted to bring that over here because you hardly ever hear about mesquite being used to smoke barbecue.
That's crazy, dude. Yeah. I personally tried this barbecue, pretty fire. I'm pretty sure everybody here has just about tried this barbecue. You had a big event last week?
Yeah, I had a big event this past Saturday. Meatheads invited me. Meatheads is
Shout out Meatheads. They make mead, which is fermented honey.
Yeah.
Which is different from, for beer and wine. They use grapes and stuff like that. They ferment honey. So it's 100% natural. They don't add any sugar into it. And they, add probiotics, so it's not that tough on your stomach. So they invited me to their event because they usually do it every couple of months. They invited a couple of bands and a couple of vendors, and they asked me to do the food. And about 110 people showed up, and I sold over 100 pounds of meat. So it was really exciting.
That's crazy, dude.
So a lot of preparation went into that, huh?
A lot of preparation.
Planning and all that, dude.
And then I recently just acquired a 128-gallon propane offset smoker. And so
I saw that shit.
For those of you that don't know what that is, would you mind explaining on that a little bit?
So an offset smoker, if you want a picture in your head, just think of a regular grill. Just on the side is like a little box, a little fire box, and that's where you would feed the fuel, which is either charcoal or wood. And instead of the flames touching the meat, it's just the smoke being transferred into the main barrel where it gets to slowly cook the meat. So it's all directional. So from the firebox to the main chamber to the exit. So
it's
a fucking process, bro.
It's a process.
Get any sleep?
Slow and steady or what?
Slow and steady, 225 to around 250. I never get any sleep. If anything, I maybe get like little power naps in between. Especially because the brisket and the beef ribs take the longest. The brisket takes about 18 hours. The beef ribs takes about 12 hours.
18 hours.
That's crazy. Do you get, around what time do you start, or how long before an event do you prepare?
So, let's say I have to open at 5 on a Friday, or 6 o'clock, around that time. I will have to start the day before, which is a Thursday, around 4 or 5 o'clock. So 24 hours, basically.
That's fucking crazy.
So
you're fucking taking naps in between?
The power naps, right?
Yeah,
you got timers and shit, alarms, all that.
Like 10 alarms at 15-minute increments. Like, if I don't wake up at 4, 4:15 goes off. 4:30 goes off. 4:45.
And everything.
Just constantly.
Because if you don't wake up, everything goes to shit, huh?
Yeah, if I don't wake up and, in a situation where the temperature, drops, I have to, rush out there, feed the fire. But thankfully, I haven't had that big of a...
fuck up yet?
Yeah, a mess up yet, so I'm grateful for that because it gets tiring. Thankfully, I only do this once every week because I think I'd die from...
What would you say is, the hardest thing about your business to do?
The hardest? I think just preparation. I think as soon as, the door opens, everything else is easy. Because all I have to do is take out the meat, cut it up, package it, give it to the customer, and receive compensation for it. Mm-hmm. It's just about the preparation. I think I'm always, alert and always stressed out about it. So I try to relax as much as possible
because that's your product. You know, you're pushing out quality.
Pushing the product, which is
pushing P.
Pushing.
And you obviously got your name behind your business, so like if something fucks up or if something goes south, it's like it's Kevin. You know what I'm saying? Especially because you're like a local business and you're like, you know, everybody knows everybody. So like, if something goes wrong, like, oh, fucking Kevin, that food cooks shit food, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure you take a lot of pride in what you do and you try to make sure everything comes out legit.
No, yeah, and I understand if I do make a mistake. You know, sometimes I do make a mistake and I have no other choice but to throw that food away.
Yeah.
If I mess up on a brisket, that entire brisket goes in the trash. If I mess up on a pork butt, the entire pork butt goes in the trash.
Like throwing money
it's
away.
Like quality control, man.
It's all about quality control. If I see and I know that there's a part of it that's just not 100%, then I just toss it.
It's gone.
Because I know that I want to sell the best product I can. Yeah.
That's crazy. My grandma would have fucked us up, bro.
My
grandma's like, there's kids in Africa that don't eat. She gets mad, bro, when we throw away food.
Well, no one would like it.
Do you serve anything else other than meat, like sides? Like
so thankfully, my family helps me with the sides. They make the macaroni and cheese, the rice, the beans, the mashed potatoes. So thankfully, they do help out with that.
And if you guys haven't had the food, the mac and cheese is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, shout out to my sister because she makes the best mac and cheese around. But so
you do a great job.
I'm very excited. My sister also helps out with the barbecue sauce. So when you come by and you taste the barbecue sauce or the salsa is homemade by my mom. And then of course the barbecue sauce by my sister. It's pretty amazing as well.
Shout out to all the moms out there. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Just went by.
Yeah, fuck. And then, as you guys could tell, we love the fucking food. Like his shirt getting tighter and his shirt getting tighter.
Yeah.
It's the dryer.
It's the dryer. But what made you want to start barbecuing or smoking? Right? That's what you specialize in, smoking.
Yeah, smoking. It was all an accident. I always tell everybody it's an accident. Cause one day my mom's birthday was coming up and she asked me to make burgers, and we didn't have a grill, so I had to go to Home Depot, which is where I used to work at for a couple years, and I knew a couple people who, you know, barbecue and they smoke meat all the time. So I asked one of them. I was like, "Hey, I need a grill for my mom's birthday. Like, which one should I get?" He pointed out the cheapest one that we had. It was only for $99. It was on special. It was a 4th of July special or something like that. So I bought it. It was only $100. It was a small, not even bigger than
12 by 12.
Not even bigger than that table right there. Like smaller than those two washing and dryer. Like it was tiny.
Yeah.
And of course, I had to ask him how to use it because it was an offset smoker as well. So I had no idea how to use it. And the day came, and I finally made the burgers. Burgers came out horrible. I over-seasoned it. They were cooked decently, but I over-seasoned them, and I didn't understand how to season things, you know?
Lawrence or Lori's?
Lori's seasoning salt. I don't know what I put in there. I just looked at the shelf, and I was like, let's just throw whatever.
Toss a little bit of this, a little bit of the other.
Like salt-based.
Fucking.
Yeah,
put it right down.
I don't know what this is, but, you know, I can put it on there.
Yeah.
So it came out pretty horrible, but I had a great experience.
And that's where you fell in love with cooking and shit?
Yeah, and then that's all me and my friends did that I used to work with. Just talk about it, experiment. They'll show me pictures, or I'll come by and they'll show me what they do. One of them used to just have barbecues, and we all should show up, and he just open the grill, and then we'll just eat off the grill. No plates, no forks.
That's fucking crazy.
That's the way to do it, bro. So you get
all
all the flavor.
I was looking left and right, you know, you have a plate, you have a fork, like, you know, any spoons or anything. He was like, what are you talking about, you know?
Just here's the fucking bone.
Like,
straight off the grill, bro. Hot as fuck.
Yeah. So it was pretty funny. And then I think I just love it's because I never sleep anyways. So I was okay with like staying up a couple hours. You know, and I just did carne asada, burgers, tri-tip, you know, just small like cuts of meat. And then eventually I used to look online, everybody talks about, oh, the brisket's king. You know, can't make a brisket, then you're not a real barbecue guy or whatever. And I was like, oh, well, maybe I'll try it. So I bought an 18-pound prime brisket. I forgot from where, but it was small. It was smaller than the average brisket, because an average brisket is about 12, 13, 14 pounds. It was an 8-pound prime brisket, so I was okay with that. I didn't want it to be too big.
No, yeah, of course, because it was your practice.
Yeah.
That first trial run. Yeah.
And I think to this day it's still the longest smoke I've ever done. It was about 22 hours. I think it was 22 hours. So long, man. And it still didn't even come out 100%. So it looked fine. And then I cut into it and I was like, oh, well, maybe I could have trimmed it a little bit more or it could have came out better. But it was the first time.
But you learned, bro.
Yeah.
It was a trial run for you, man.
And then after that, I just kept making briskets over and over and over again, watching tens and billions of videos.
But that's like with anything that you do, right? Yeah. Like you gotta keep growing your craft and try to keep pushing yourself to get better,
Yeah, I mean, in any business, you want to start, or any craft, or any hobby, you have to watch it.
And we're so lucky that we have YouTube and shit to like if you fuck up, you could look at other people's mistakes and learn from that, and then just keep growing. Like with clothing, with barbering, I'm pretty sure the same thing with carpentry or DJing.
Yeah,
for that matter.
Yeah,
it's kind of the same thing.
It's a lot of learning lessons.
And what about you? I mean, how many hours do you think you spent just watching videos over and over again?
Oh, bro, I do all the time. Like with whatever I do. Like when it comes to clothing, barbering, or whatever. Like I always want to keep learning, Yeah. I feel like you're never good. I feel like you can never stop learning. And I'm pretty sure that they feel the same way. You guys probably feel the same way of like, you never, like...
Every day you learn something
like new. Like a good person at whatever they do is never satisfied with where they're at. Like they always want to get better. Want to keep learning from their craft and shit. As for me with the clothes, bro, I never stop learning. Like there's always something that you could tweak or twag to make it better. Even when you do feel like confident, like yo, this shit is fire. There's still like that one thing, like when you're a perfectionist, you're like, oh fuck. Like,
it bothers you, You're just like, man, like it's still missing something,
Yeah, exactly. And I'm pretty sure, like, same thing with music.
Yeah, like I'm always listening to like DJs on YouTube on how to scratch like this, or how to on productions, like how to mix like that, how to make a beat, how to make it sound like this. But even though when I make a song, man, it's just I feel like something's missing. Still, something's missing.
Yeah,
and the same with me, man. I'm always trying to learn like some new tricks of the trades. How to do something more faster, better, more efficiently. Push out more product. Get more money in return. Work hard.
Yeah, I think it's really cool what you do because you don't just focus on, you're not specifically just plumbing or specifically just electric. You have a broad spectrum of what you can do. Yeah. And it's really cool because like you're a jack of all trades, and that takes
mechanic too. Hit me up.
That takes a lot of.
And it's just the type of person you are. Like you're so like you can take things apart and you understand how to put them back together. Like
without a fucking instruction manual.
Yeah, you have like that kind of patience, you know what I'm saying? But like me, bro, I cannot build shit like that, or I do shit like that. But then like when it comes to like a certain like Minecraft and shit, like I'm actually patient with those kind of things.
Yeah.
I think you just gotta really like what you do, right?
Love your own thing, man.
Gotta love what you do.
I love it.
And it's super cool. I mean, I think I have too many little hobbies, and I try to work as hard as I can with them.
Try to be like a perfectionist in all those little hobbies.
Yeah, I think that's one thing about me that I like but don't like. That if I have to do something or I want to do something, I have to be the best I can.
Yeah,
I can be for it.
Just like me.
Yeah, and I think it's amazing that you get to put that. And also it's your job. That's your job. You chose. You're the boss. If I want to do this many projects, I can do this many projects. If I want to take a day off, I can take a day off. You're my boss. And that's what I like about your business. And it's
I love really about my business too, man.
Show
up whenever I want.
Like I'll come in 9:30.
Yeah, cool. But I'm pretty sure like people think like working a job is hard, bro. Like once you own your own business,
it's even 10 times harder.
And bro. People don't understand that. Like when you own your own business, you got to make your own income. Like at least at a job, you can half-ass it and you still receive a paycheck. Bro, like if you don't work hard enough to make your own paycheck, you ain't getting it. You know what I'm saying?
And not only that, you got your own team of guys, bro. Like I do. You got to make sure those guys are well taken care of, paid. Make sure every day is a payday for them. And
it's your reputation at the end of the day. Like if something goes south, like I was telling him earlier, like yo, you're fucked.
It all goes back on you, man.
But 9-to-5s is incredibly respectable. I mean, to put do a 9-to-5 every day.
Bro, but like you need those kind of people.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you need those people, and
sure.
some people love to like work. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think there's people for different things. You know what I'm saying? And I can never hate on someone that works a 9-to-5. It's just the difference. It's just the difference in people. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't do it because like I want to build something like for my family or for my friends or for those around me, like the circle around me. You know what I'm saying?
Like a legacy.
Yeah, not a legacy on its own. I mean that would be part of it, but it's like more like
foundation.
Like I just want to set up people around me. You know what I'm saying? Like if like it's like I told my boy Eduardo, like if one of us blows up, we all blow up. You know what I'm saying? Because we built bonds and relationships with each other that like if I do something really good and I could help him, like you know what I'm saying, or help you or help you or help you, I'm in a situation where I could pull your ass up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And like it goes for any of you guys. Like if one of you guys are in a good situation, I'm pretty sure it'll be reciprocated where like you're like, oh damn, that fool does clothing, like I'm a rock as shit, or I don't know, like I own a venue and I could have like artists here all the time. Boom, put them on game. You know what I'm saying? Or I just bought this big ass mansion and I want it done a certain type of way. Call you, boom. I need this fixed. You know what I'm saying? No. Or fucking, you have a party. Call this fool up. You know, I need my barbecue. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it should be. And people are nowadays so selfish and shit that like they just feel like they need to blow up and fuck everybody else. You know, and it shouldn't be like that. Mm-hmm. I feel like it should be like help the other person. You never know how things could flip. You know what I'm saying? You might be up one day, the next day it might be him. Mm. So you want to keep those relationships tight.
No, for sure. And speaking of that, June, Munchie Boys, Durangos BBQ and Malays were collabing, so get ready for that. Munchie Boys and Durangos BBQ is going to create their own plate mixed together. Not sure what's going to be exactly, but we're throwing ideas out there, so hopefully it goes well. Malays is going to make some merchandise for it, so be on the lookout for that.
And then last podcast, we added somebody to the mix, bro. We added somebody to the mix. So this is going to get way better. So Soul Threads, Malay Supply Company coming together. Malays. Support Your Local Hustle is going to be the event. That's going to be the name of the event. Support Your Local Hustle. So Malays Supply Company, Soul Threads. Janelle, if you're watching this episode too, we made it happen. And then we got Durangos BBQ and Munchie Boys collabing on a plate of food. And then we got more people that we're gonna invite. This is probably gonna be one of the biggest pop-ups like that I personally have done. So if you guys could pull up, that's just gonna be wild.
No, yeah, and collabing with anybody is great. It's really fun. I think I also had I think 3 people also want to collab with me. Meatheads wanted a honey brisket, so I made them a honey brisket. There's another barbecue spot in town, across the city. Name is Pop's Barbecue. Shout out to Pop's Barbecue. They're also doing a collab. It's also about helping each other,
Well, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Like you can't be afraid of competition. Like competition makes you better. If you have like, if you have like, I don't know, like if you're a rapper and you have like a homie that's a rapper and you see him pump out like a fucking great song, makes you hunger for like a better like sound for yourself. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with me. Like when it came to Janelle coming out, like I didn't shy away because I felt like, damn, like she brought out the best in me. You know what I'm saying? Like she was pumping out dope clothes, so it's like, fuck, I gotta step up my shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it keeps you on your toes, and that's legit, you know. And at the same time, it's like friendly competition is always great competition, and I feel that for anything. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Me and Pop's Barbecue, we're completely different human beings, and his customers are completely different from my customers. I think I explained this the last time we talked. Pop's Barbecue, as soon as I walked in there, big family, everybody's yelling, everybody's talking to each other, having like amazing time, sharing plates, just talking to each other, like, you gotta try this, you gotta try that, It was like a family, like, atmosphere. Yeah. It was crazy. And when I was talking to you and I was talking to him about it, he was like, yeah, like, your atmosphere is a lot different. Your atmosphere is, personal. So one-on-one, you get to talk personally about the food, about the process, or if you know the individual personally, you can also talk about what's going on with your life and stuff like that.
It's more of a one-on-one thing, and that's pretty cool because, like, when I went to go buy food there, I like to support like the people around me, even if I hadn't seen him in a while. We're not in the best of terms. So when I fucking saw that he was doing the thing, and it just so happened that Hector saw your first video, right? You shot your first video?
So Hector shot my second video. Humphrey and Josue shot the first one. Shout out to both Humphrey and Josue and Hector.
That
Great videos.
Shit's crazy. Shout out. Josue too. Josue shot out for me too. And Hector too. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, yo, this is my nigga Kevin. So I pulled up, and then it was like, we just literally, like, took off from where we left off years ago, and it was like, more one-on-one, how you doing, how's your daughter, how's your wife, what you been up to, boom, I got this, and then, like, you'd ask him, like, what's this taste like, what's this, and then he'll explain it, and you feel comfortable buying the food, you know what I'm saying, and it's top quality shit, like, it's not no fucking cheap shit, like, I really feel comfortable buying from him, because, like, also his setup is fucking clean, like, it looks immaculate, like, as opposed to, like, when you go to, like, certain spots, and, you know, they look dirty and shit, makes you not want to eat. He does a really good job of making everything look fucking clean and set up, as opposed to when you have like a lot of people and people moving along and you gotta wait in line and shit. It's not like that. Like, he's busy, but it's like in increments. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was pretty cool.
No, yeah, and it's really fun. I'm thankful that I get to do barbecue, because I think it took for me to, you know, get the idea of wanting to start barbecue to try barbecue in general. Like, I never been to, like, a barbecue spot or any of that. Like, it took me just overhearing, like, my friend, like, talking about barbecue, and I was like, oh, maybe I should, like, you know, do more. Yeah, you know? And, of course, like, I'm thankful for my mom for just throwing that out there, like, you know, make burgers. Because that, you know, just...
And it
that's
just
where it all started, bro.
Yeah. But it just so happens, like, right? Sometimes, like, life is a coincidence. Sometimes you might feel like you might be really, like, that you want to do something, but life just introduces you to, like, your passions, you know? Like, like, I never thought I'd cut hair, like, not in a million years, but, like, once you graduated high school, and you're like, damn, what the fuck do I do now? Like, I didn't apply for this, I didn't apply for that, so I'm not going here, I'm not going there. So you see everybody take off, and you're like, what the fuck are you doing, you know? So that's when you, like, hit gas pedal, like, okay, Malays. Okay, I'm gonna go to barber college. Okay, I need to find a job. And then it just, all those things, like, I never like to be bad at something, so I just wanted to get better and better. I'm not saying I'm like the best barber or like the best fucking clothing line out there, but I'm pretty fucking good at what I do, you know what I'm saying?
You're proud of it,
I take pride in my shit,
right,
you know what I'm saying?
Confidence.
And yeah, and that's how it should be. And I'm pretty sure you feel the same way about Durangos BBQ. Like, you might see competitors out there, but, like, you're like, oh, okay, that's just good too, though, right?
No, yeah, and I always want to push barbecue into new space, you know? There's always an improvement to be made.
Yeah.
In anything, there's always
something
improvement
new
to
to
be made.
try.
Yeah, something new to
and
try.
Like, right now we're, like, in, like a place where, like, it's, like, what do you call that when two cuisines mix? Like, what do you call that?
An entree?
No. Fuck, you're hungry, huh?
Y'all talking
like,
about food over here.
No.
Yeah,
well,
like
you mix two different types of cuisines, like Asian and Mexican.
Multicultural?
Fusion cuisine.
Fusion?
Yeah, so like that's like become really popular in California. So I feel that maybe that's something you might step in the future. But there's always so many like. My point for that was, like, there's so many different things that you could do nowadays that you can elevate. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's food, whether it's clothing, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I wanted to be a little bit different when I started doing barbecue, because when I look at or I watch or other barbecue spots from around, you know, the country, let's say if I'm looking at Texas or something, they usually smoke with oak. Or if I watch a video from South Carolina, they're smoking with hickory or cherry, apple, a lot of different types of, like, wood. I just never seen. I only saw one time somebody smoke with mesquite. And I was like, you know, that's a great idea, you know, like, mesquite is nostalgic. It's nostalgic to me. Because I remember going to Mexico when I was a kid. Every single year I used to go to Mexico, and I just smell, like, the street vendors making their hot dogs or making their tacos. Just that smell. But I didn't know what the smell was until I fired up, you know, my first grill or whatever. And I just threw mesquite, because I was like, oh, mesquite sounds familiar for some reason. And then I smelled it, and I was like, oh, you know.
The bag said made in Mexico, and he was like, fuck it, man, let's take it.
Great shit.
It really
and that's
does
the beauty of
Mexico.
things. It takes you back to, like you want to do things that take you back to, like, a certain place or a certain thing. That's how, like, the people, your customers, like, probably like buy a plate from you, like this is how like my grandma used to cook or my mom used to cook, and it's like, oh fuck, this is good.
Yeah, and then I think my favorite compliment is not even about the food, like how it tastes, is about the smell. I think everybody's like, yeah, I couldn't find your house or the place that you're selling, but I smelled it. I smelled it from outside of your street, and I was like, okay, this is the street, this is the house, because I can smell it. And that's what I love about it, because like, you can just smell it from
a mile away.
Yeah, if you can smell it from a mile away, like, you know I'm smoking some type
and like
of meat,
big chain restaurants, that's what they do. They'll face like their
the vent
towards like the street so that you can smell that shit. Like I know when you drive through like by like McDonald's or
In-N-Out,
bro.
You
smell that burger, or like
you gotta pull over.
The Habit, or any burger joint like that.
Yeah, and that's like a big thing. So like if you like smell the mesquite and you're driving to your house and go pick it up, you obviously know where you're going. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Is that the dream, to open up your own barbecue spot? Like,
do you actual? I mean, dreams change, goals change. I probably changed my goal like a billion times, but like what I'm really focused on right now is to get my own mechanic shop.
Okay.
Run it for a couple days a week, and then on the weekend, I get to barbecue.
At the shop or at home?
At the shop. Like I'll probably have I hope to have like a back house or like a back area.
Backyard, yeah.
Yeah, so I
like
just sell it right there. I want to do a whole hog.
So like the shop in the front, and then in the back it'll be your barbecue spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, come get your car fixed on the weekend. Just come get some pulled pork or something like that. Yeah.
And get your merch too, huh?
Some merch, dog.
And that's the definition of like success, like right, like it doesn't have to be like millions of dollars or like a big house. It could just be literally owning your garage and cooking like on the weekends if that makes you happy, you know. As long as you're happy and the people around you are taken care of, that you'd feel successful at that point, right?
Yeah. That'd be my definition of successful. Yeah, I mean everybody's definition is different.
Everybody's having a good time, chilling. Everyone's fed.
Yeah, bro. Family pulling
bills
up.
are paid.
Everybody's car is fixed.
Everybody's car is fixed.
AC fixed.
No one's getting ripped off.
Transmission's done.
Little homies pulling up with the Hondas, making all kinds of noise and shit.
I think my catalytic converter's missing.
Yeah, I see shops all the time where like people are like, putting signs up there like, oh, this shop steals cats or whatever, and it's just
real.
Yeah, dude. Like I saw one right by Costco. What is that, Azusa?
Irwindale?
Yeah.
No, Costco. Yeah, it's in Azusa. Well, it was like right there on the border of Irwindale and Azusa. I saw like a shop in that corner where it's like, oh, this shop owner steals cats.
Damn.
And I was like, oh goodness, like gracious, like that's horrible, like people are actually
getting
stealing
sketched,
cats
bro.
and stuff
People
like
are getting
that,
sketched.
Trying to further competition.
But that's why you build like a relationship with people, right? Like I feel like I mean, like even if you still a Cadillac converter,
not animals, by the way.
Yeah.
Still an
Even if you do still a Cadillac converter and you make like a good amount of money off of it, you're losing a client though, and I feel like that's more like precious than like the Cadillac converter, because some shit goes wrong, they're like, you know what I'm saying, like it's your fault, you know what I'm saying. But like if you do a great job, like I'll recommend you, and like I'll send my friends, I'll send my family, so you're making more money off of that. Yeah, it's a little more work, but you're making hard-earned money, and people are getting to know you, and then later on you can start charging whatever fuck you want, you know what I'm saying.
And returning customers,
it's like that saying, bro, like you fuck up, man, they're gonna write you a horrible review, but if you do a good job, they may or may not write you a review.
Yeah.
But it's like, would you may or may not, or a shitty review?
Yeah.
Is that a saying? I never heard that. That's funny.
The may or may not.
Nah, but it's true though. I think building a relationship is fairly important. I mean, I think my returning customers, it's like people like I've never even seen in my entire life. Like there's people. I mean, I have a guy who drives from Whittier to come and eat my barbecue, and it's just insane. Like to have like your customer base
20-30 minute drive to come out here.
No, that shit is freaky, bro. Like,
whoa,
like that shit is freaky. That like, I mean, not saying that your family or your friends don't want to support you, but like as you start your own business or you start your own like gig, you find out like it's people that you don't know that'll support you more than your own homies, you know.
Yeah.
And it's no hate to them, but like, I feel like people that don't know you appreciate things way more because they see from the outside in. I feel like your friends and family are around you majority of the time that like some of them do take notice, but some of them take that shit for granted. You know, does that make sense?
I understand.
Like they take like that grind for granted, like like that. Kevin always does that shit. You know what I'm saying? But like if you're looking from the outside in, I'm like, damn, this was still working. Like, what the fuck? Like
no sleep.
All right, it's rolling again. It stopped for a bit after a certain amount of period.
No,
What are we at?
You're at like 200.
No, for the time. What the fuck?
Right here. Look here.
And now I'm just
31?
fuck with
Alright.
them. We're all pretty fat. All of us are pretty fat.
But yeah, I think melatonin just doesn't work. I tried ZQL, and that made me feel horrible, man. I think I did fall asleep.
Yeah.
But I think I slept for like 12 hours, and I woke up with like the biggest headache in my
That's like
entire
a
life.
heavy.
It's a heavy ass sleep,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
Fuck.
exactly. Like I think my body just hasn't experienced that kind of sleep in so long. It was just like, this isn't it, fam. Like,
I'll kill a fucking 6-pack and I'm going to bed like a baby.
yeah.
Straight up.
6-pack of what? Happy Dads?
Nah, Pacific goes.
The
Shout out Happy Dad though. I love Happy Dads.
But no.
By the way, give me another. Oh, fucking.
I'm empty over here.
Yeah, get him a Happy Dad too. I want the pineapple one. But nah, yeah. So I mean, I grew up with Kevin. We went to school with Kevin. Went to Maxwell together. I mean, so I've known Kevin for a while, and it's pretty cool to see the people that like are around you. Like,
Jesus, that thing is warm as fuck, man. This
I
thing
was
turned
holding
into
it
the tea.
forever.
well, you're sweating. What the fuck?
I'm not sweaty. I was holding it forever.
A lot of body heat.
Nah.
I'm naturally warm, dog.
That shirt's getting tighter.
Nah, but on some serious shit, like I was saying, I know Kevin for a minute, and it just makes me happy that people in Doherty are actually doing cool things, you know, because we're setting up a trend for like the generations to come, like of like people in Doherty, you know what I'm saying? Like, we talked about this. We talked about like people like that I grew up with, like in elementary and like middle school, like leaving Doherty for like Monrovia or Bishop Amat or fucking schools around like around here because they feel like they can't like succeed in Doherty. And I feel like that's not true. You know what I'm saying? I feel like in whatever you do, you can succeed anywhere. Like, but you just gotta have hunger and the balls to fucking do it. Like,
and a dream.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it makes me feel happy that people like Janelle, like yourself, like Ashley, Eduardo, you know what I'm saying? Jerry, Joel, Hector, everybody's doing something, you know what I'm saying? Because we're setting up, like, the generations after us. Because it takes one generation to fix everything. Because, like, oh, damn, like, Young Speedy Beats, like, I was at his concert the other day. That was from Doherty. Or fucking Durangos BBQ. I was at his fucking shop the other day, and that's just fucking crazy. Or I just went to the fucking mall and I bought a shirt from Malays, or I bought a shirt from Soul Threads. And then the generation's like, oh, Doherty's fucking sick. You know what I'm saying? But, like, it took, like, our generation to notice how sick Doherty was to, like, really want to put it on the map. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, yeah, I think I had this conversation with Hector.
Don't be scared, that's a ghost.
No, it's a light.
I know, bro.
Yeah,
That was just my...
Damn,
I was
dog,
trying to
you're
be
summoning
ghost.
Casper or
The
what?
garage ghost.
No, and that's when Hector recorded that video for me. That's what he talked to me about. He was like, you know, it's exciting to see a lot of you know, younger folks wanting to start a business or wanting to grow your passion or your hobby into, you know, a job. Like your version of like a 9 to 5. You know, he's like, I'm happy to see that. He's like, you guys aren't just working at whichever store 9 to 5 every day for 40 years. You know, you guys want to grow your passion into a business, or even if they don't even want to make a business, they still want to do their hobby as long as and as big as possible, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, and it's like one of those things, like, a lot of people don't understand, like, when you be your own boss, like, it's not a 9 to 5. That shit's like a 24/7.
Yeah, I think I was just
Like,
thinking
you know,
about it all the time, like, just
like,
sweating.
what can I do to get to the next level? You know?
But it's not even, like, I think that's, like our just, like, our subconscious, you know? Because sometimes you might be out of work and you're not supposed to think about work, but it's just...
You just can't.
You just
can't
can't.
stop.
It's just who you are, you know what I'm saying? And it's very few people like that, but I'm so happy that a lot of people from Doherty are like...
have that hunger and
have
shit.
that hunger right now. And I feel it's just, like, we're, like, a city that's, like, just so, like... we're like a pot of gumbo, you know? It's people from all fucking backgrounds and ethnicities. So it's like, it's pretty cool that, like, you know, different people have different passions, but we all have the same goal, and that's to fucking make ourselves better and grow our business, which is pretty sick.
Take care of family.
Yeah, I think I'd be pretty happy to not have to explain where Doherty is anymore.
Yeah, bro.
We're like, yeah, it's a little city right next to
you know where
Monrovia.
Pasadena's at? Like,
Yeah,
that
Monrovia.
little city over there.
over.
Nah, but there's been times where I said Monrovia, and they're like, "Where the fuck is that too?"
Oh, like
You gotta
Arcadia?
say, not like not even Arcadia, bro. You gotta say like, "Oh, by Pasadena."
you know where that Costco's at?
Yeah.
You know where that
Yeah,
Sonic
like
is
5
at?
minutes
Two
away
cities
from
before.
there.
Yeah.
there's
2 or
like-
3 cities before.
Yeah, so I mean, if we could set up Doherty like in a way, and like that's the goal at least for me. You know what I'm saying?
Put Doherty on the map.
To put like the people around me on the map. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. But nah, Doherty has a lot of talented like people, you know, just growing and growing and growing.
And there's a lot of growth here. Like the city has got way nicer than when we were growing up.
yeah, I think growing up it was a little shaky, but I'm happy that everything's kind of cleaned up. Everybody, you know,
Hell yeah, we couldn't go out past a certain time because there were shootings and shit.
you know, waiting, you know, coming home when the lights turn on the streets and
Yeah,
stuff
fuck
like
that,
that.
couldn't
You
go
were back inside.
Couldn't go
fuck
down
that.
certain streets because you knew you were gonna get into some shit.
No,
Fuck.
it was kind of, you know, scary back then, but thankfully, like,
It cleaned
cleaned
up
up.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it cleaned up a little
And
more
shit,
you know.
like yeah, like it took the generation after them, like because I know certain people that are involved in certain shit. It's like the generations after them are like, I don't want to do this. I want to do something else. Like entrepreneurship in Doherty is like really big, dude.
No, and it's cool. I mean, like, you can go to school for it, and you can just look it up on YouTube, which is a great thing. I didn't go to school for business at all. Everything I learned about having to, you know, get a license, get certain certifications, how to pay, you know,
the food
this kind of-
handler's card and all that stuff.
all
Yeah.
that stuff, and you know, your taxes at the end of the year and stuff like that. Everything I had to learn on YouTube. You know, I didn't go to school for it at all, but it's,
Trial and error too, right?
and it's all trial and error. Good heavens, I think I messed up.
Hey
like,
man,
billions
YouTube's
and
the
billions
answer
of
for
times.
everything, bro. Tell me when you were a little kid, you didn't look up like the stupidest shit on YouTube.
But even if
It's so
Man,
funny.
YouTube
Yeah.
was like,
even if they got it wrong, I'm pretty sure like it gave you like a pathway to follow as opposed to like having like nothing to follow. You know what I'm saying? Like being in the dark about it.
Yeah.
At least you had some kind of like background to get to where you wanted to do, or you know what I'm saying. So that's pretty cool. But I'm glad, bro. You said Durangos BBQ. Big goal is to open up a mechanic shop, sell during the weekends, and that's pretty fucking sick, dude. So aside from being aside from doing barbecue, you're a mechanic as well.
I go to school to be an automotive technician.
Okay.
So you're gonna get certified and all that stuff for that, right?
Double the
No,
hustle.
yeah,
Ah.
Double the
Oh, shit.
hustle.
Yeah, I'm scheduled to take my first ASC test
Oh.
at the end of this semester, and then another one at the end of the summer semester, and another one at the end of the fall semester. At the end of every semester, I have to take an
A
ASC
certain
test
test, yeah.
to be, you know, certified in specific areas.
Like
Just-
ACs, engines,
Yeah.
transmissions, brakes, all that stuff, electrical.
Yeah, this one coming up is just the G1, which is maintenance and light repair.
Mm-hmm.
The one at the end of the summer is going to be heating and air. Heating, yeah, AC.
the AC
yeah,
units
basically.
and all that.
Which was so funny when when me and my classmates fixed my AC system today. It was super funny.
It was a
Yeah,
mission,
It
huh?
was a mission. I think it was just a mission because it wasn't a common problem. So it was just kind of funny when we finally finished it, and like cold air was just pushing out. Like I don't think it's ever experienced like air in general, like moving, because also like the fan
vents started getting frostbite, bro.
yeah, the fan didn't work too, and my professor just smacked it, and then it just started blowing all the all the dust,
Yeah,
and
all that
builders,
shit clogged
going
up.
on my face. You know, I'm like, oh no,
Like a sandstorm.
Yeah, it was horrible, but it finally got a fan, finally got AC, so it was huge accomplishment.
And you've seen his truck. His truck's pretty sick, dude.
Yeah, I saw it outside.
Yeah,
Right
Yeah,
now.
that's a nice
fucking
truck.
clean.
I saw it.
Even when you pulled up the other day, I was like, "Yo, where's your truck?"
Yeah, yeah, because I didn't bring it last. I mean, I didn't even bring it today, but I brought it one time when I came by here.
Yeah, and then you see that fucking truck, you're all automatically know, like, cause like it's pretty hard to fucking miss. Like, oh, that's Kevin.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are like always constantly looking for my truck when like I'm about to hang out with them or anything. They're like, oh, I was looking for your truck, but where's your truck? I'm like, oh,
Yeah, like he pulled up to buy a hat. Like he pulled up to buy a hat, and he's like, I'm outside. And I'm like looking for the truck. I was like, fool, I think you're tripping. Nah, but sure.
Like, I'm the corner house. Like, the corner house. I'm like, I'm at the corner house. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Like,
and then he's like, I was driving my mom's car. I was like, oh, that makes a lot of fucking sense.
not that I don't like driving my truck at night. It's just, since it's so loud, I feel like I'm bothering everybody. So I'm like, oh, like, I'll drive my mom's, like...
Fuck it, man. The
play,
gunshots are bothering everyone.
Man, those loud Honda Civics are not bothering everybody.
I hear it,
No.
like, Honda Civics, like, going by, like, 2 a.m.
Hellcats.
I'm like,
Yeah,
what's going
Hellcats.
on here?
No hate to Hondas. My first car was a Honda.
My first car was
My
a
car
Honda,
right now is a
too.
Honda, so no hate to Hondas either.
I've worked on Hondas, so...
Yeah, bro.
Help a Honda person. We need them right now.
If they keep that boy Serge on the street, bro, they work. That was a demon, bro. That fool put water in his gas tank. We're not gonna talk
What
about
the
that in a second.
fuck? I didn't know water my gas.
But
Someone sold them a can of half water, half gas.
Oh, goodness. No,
if you see somebody siphoning your gases, this
Yeah, Sergio, I don't think I want to see you on the streets anymore. I don't know what's going on.
Honda
I didn't even
sponsor.
know water.
But nah, it's pretty cool, dude.
No, I love my truck. I bought it and I barely ran, and to now
To
See
see
it
where
run
it's at right
decently
now,
ran.
it's
No,
like,
it's not even
fuck.
decent yet, but to actually get me from
See it
point A
run.
to, because before I couldn't even get it to point B, you know, and now I can get to point B not in the best condition, but it gets to point B. You know, it's
That's what matters,
That's
dude.
what's matters.
That's a
Stalled
bill.
out?
oh yeah, constantly. I mean,
Just grip the steering wheel and pray to God.
It's a Ford. I mean, Fords back then, between the 60s, 70s, and 80s, man, they always stalled as soon as they
Yeah.
get older.
And I don't give a fuck what you guys say. Ford is trash. Chevrolet gang.
Okay.
If you guys need a Chevy, hit up my boy Willie.
Till his
Rotolo
transmission
Chevrolet.
falls out.
Yeah, bro.
No, I drive a Ford Ranger 1986.
Bro, I think
think
like
it's
the
nice.
commercials like Ford built tough, but I fucking seen people just fucking take that aluminum and just fucking rip it in half, bro. Stop.
Yeah, aluminum.
I've never seen anyone do that.
Ah,
Never
shut
seen
up.
anyone do that. What the fuck? Show
One of
me
these
one
days-
person has done that.
One of these days, I'm gonna knock on your car or in your truck or whatever you drive, and then knock on my truck. It's so
Yeah.
thick, so heavy. I think.
Dude,
Oh,
you
wait,
could
wait, you
punch
drive-
your
you drive-
door and
you
it
drive
wouldn't
truck?
dent.
Bro, I like my stuff skinny. You know?
Like, so again.
Slim,
It's gonna be
thick.
like-
Yeah, I drive a truck, a Chevrolet Silverado.
Oh, okay. So I'm pretty sure my small Ranger weighs the same as your big.
Yeah,
fucking
probably.
Silverado.
About the same.
Yeah, probably.
But
Yeah.
if you were
it's
to,
newer.
if you were to crash into him, you'd crumble him like a
And no hate to
aluminum
your
can.
truck at all. I mean,
Nah,
Chevy
bro, like that.
Silverado's
No, that's like really a thing though. Like I think like
Yeah.
like all car companies probably let go of like actual like real fucking heavy metal for like aluminum just because it's lighter, so you can haul more or do all this
yeah.
kinds of shit. But
Yeah.
like the moment you get into an accident, you're a fucking like can
Fuel
you know what I'm saying?
efficiency,
Yeah.
all
And
that.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
sure yours gets to point B with no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I love my truck.
no, Chevys are nice.
Shout out Willie Rotolo Chevrolet. Hook me up on my next fucking purchase.
No, man.
Might
That's
be
good.
might be a Tahoe. I don't know.
This was like a Tahoe.
Yeah,
Family man.
You gotta
Get a
speak it.
Suburban. Like,
You gotta speak it into existence, fool.
A
Yep.
family man.
Nah,
over
bro.
here.
Like if you really fucking I think it's a Z01 or is it
Z71.
No, for the Tahoe. I don't know which one it is.
Is it Z71 or
Is it? I don't know. But that fucking Tahoe on its own, bro. That shit is fucking bad. Like if you guys don't know
Don't
what
put
I'm talking
spinners
about,
on
look
it,
it
or
up.
what?
That's just fucking. You don't even have to put spinners. Like that shit is fucking crazy on its own. Like just how it was made.
Yeah.
yeah, this is a.
But then you talk about an
wild.
Expedition or Explorer, fucking whack, dude. And
Ford Explorer, yeah.
bro, every time I see a Ford Explorer on the freeway, I slow the fuck down.
I think the Ford Explorers now are terrible.
Yeah.
They're
They
fully
look
built.
ugly. Unless you're looking at the ST one. That one's somewhat decent.
The ones I don't like being made now are the Broncos.
Oh no, fuck
Yeah,
no. They
yeah,
fucked
Yeah,
that
those
one
Broncos
up,
suck
bro.
fucking suck.
Yeah.
Bro, Ford on its own is trash, and that's where we're gonna leave it at, right?
That truck's 40 years old. Like,
yeah,
it's-
yeah, bro.
And it's still
It's
running.
got
Yeah.
cold it's
Show
got
me a
Honda
40-year-old
cold
truck.
AC.
yeah, it's got AC now. It doesn't have a horn yet, but it has AC.
You got speakers.
Yeah.
Bro, Ford's like Nissan, bro. Same shit, bro.
What?
I can't
God,
say
no.
that. I threw my
God,
Nissan out.
no.
Nah.
Don't even say that,
Bro.
man.
Hey,
GMC and Chevrolet
hey,
are
does it-
related.
Bro, your Ranger is like a fucking
Doesn't Speedy drive a
G35
Nissan?
Infinity, dog. Like, you know what
Hell
the fuck?
Ranger? You have a Ranger?
no. Yeah, the new one.
Yeah, did you see the black one outside?
Yeah. Oh, that's
All
yours?
black, dude.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
just nice.
Everything.
Everything's all black.
Black
No
out.
one's seeing in there.
Good heavens. Yeah, no, that's
Oh,
beautiful.
no.
What kind of engine is that?
It's a 2.3 EcoBoost, the little baby turbo.
Oh, smack.
But I've modded it out already. I got the cold air intake on there. I got a blow-off valve. New tires are coming in. What else is getting done to it? Let's see. Headlights, fog lights. I got a lift kit coming in for it.
Good heavens.
Bunch of shit. I swapped out all the side marker lights for blacked out lights. The tail lights are getting tinted.
Don't
My
matter what
windows
he
are
does
dark
to
as
his truck,
shit.
do not get in his
Yeah.
fucking truck.
It'll
You
be
can
another
not
Edgar.
fucking drive.
Especially
Ah,
that
Do
turbo.
not fucking drive.
Yeah, Edgar.
We went hiking on Saturday, bro, and this food like took me, bro. Like I was.
We were
fucking-
going 100 the
Nah,
whole way.
I was holding on for
Fucking
dear
shit
life,
in his
bro. I was
pants.
holding on for dear life.
It's because his Chevy doesn't go past 95, but you know, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna say
When it
anything
comes
about
to
that.
speed, I cannot talk smack about speed at all because my truck, the speedometer only goes up to 85.
That's what
But-
it tops out at?
That's where it tops out at, and it's not even supposed to go up to 85. I think once it hits 65, it's considered overdrive because
Yeah.
that's fifth gear, and so I think I'm only driving like max out 55 to 60 miles per hour.
But
Till
it's-
the wheels
You gonna race
fall
it?
off.
You gonna race it at Orndale or what?
No, but I think
Whoa,
it just
God.
takes like I'm not saying maturity or like anything. I think it just takes age. Like when I was probably like your age, because he is a little younger than me. Like, yo, I was always smashing. Now it's like I was like cruise, you know, like slow.
No, yeah.
That was a cruising speed for me, bro. Did you not
100
see me
miles per
chilling
hour?
in the fucking?
Hell no!
I saw this
Turns
fool
too
over here.
lifted, dog.
Hell no!
This
It
fool
was
was over
fucking
here.
shaking, like it was fucking shaking. And this
Had
is
a
holding
death
a-
wall.
Shaking
Yeah.
to you. The shit, he was all
Oh
calm.
my
He's like,
God.
yeah.
Nah, hell no.
This fool
Air
was
running
death
in.
gripping the oh shit handle. He thought
Nah.
something bad was
You
gonna
feel
happen.
those speakers in the back? What the fuck?
I regretted taking this food to Starbucks and getting him a shot of espresso, bro. I was like, never again.
Like, is my airbag on? Like, are you sure? Like, do I have rear airbags too?
He's like, I don't know. I never have anyone in the passenger seat before, so.
no, but
He had
just,
both seatbelts on.
well, but just getting back to like where we were at with Durangos BBQ.
Yeah.
I think we pretty much hit all the points where you started, how you're doing, your journey through it. We talked about that pop-up shop for next month, right?
Yes. What is this?
The collab for
June?
June.
yeah from June. So
Oh, wow.
that's gonna
Summer barbecue.
Yeah, so we gotta
I had
fucking get
watch
on
it.
it.
I had to watch.
But talking to Janelle, me and Janelle have been reaching out to each other, and we got shit popping. We already got like where we want to go with it. Have you been talking to Woody Woods?
No, I have not. Unfortunately, I know she has a plate she's gonna be selling this weekend. So
Yo,
all you tap
follow
in
her,
right
so,
now.
Lynchy
What do you would?
Boys.
So if you guys don't follow her, it's at Munchie Boys with a Z. She's doing a fucking mango habanero ceviche, but probably by the time this shit airs, it's probably gonna be after. So,
Yeah.
but if you didn't get to experience that, follow her page. She always drops fucking bomb ass food during the weekends.
Insane stuff. I mean, she did a green pozole, and that was probably my favorite. I was like, good heavens, like.
And then she did that 420 special too, huh?
Yeah, with the chicken, with the infused chicken. And that's gonna be for episode 3, so stay tuned for that.
Stay
The Come Up
tuned.
podcast.
Yeah,
But
that was wild, that was wild.
I'm really looking forward to that because I'm gonna try to get vendors for that. I'm gonna try to get this is gonna be Malaysia's and biggest fucking pop-up shop so far, and we got something on the works too for that exact date. So I'm looking forward to whatever you guys do, and I know we're in like the best hands in the world as far as food, you know. So I'm looking forward to that. But other than that, you guys have any other questions for Kevin?
No.
I think we hit all the key points,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, we're pretty
I just want to thank you for coming here, bro. And
Thank you.
Yeah.
honestly, like the whole purpose of this is so that like 10, 15 years down the road, once you actually like hit your success point, like you look back at this and you're like, damn, that's really where I was at in my life. And you're probably gonna think back and like just have a journey to like now, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that in 10, 15 years down the road, you actually do make whatever your goals are at right now, make them happen. And for any of us too, like, but since you're a guest, like I really do, bro, and I hope we stay in touch, and we're looking forward to
Likewise.
we're gonna look forward to June. That pop up is gonna be fucking sick.
Summer barbecue.
Yeah,
let's get it going.
And then if we could get Jay Tell, drop his fucking song that's gonna drop. When's that shit dropping?
Shout it out, bro.
Shout it out.
May 27th.
May 27th.
40 for 40. If you guys are
wondering
who we're talking back there, it's Young Speedy Beats, my boy Jay Tell.
Behind
his
the camera.
shit's about to drop. 40 for 40?
Yeah, 40 for 40, May 27th.
40 for 40, May 27th. Check that shit out. If we could get Young Speedy Beats, our boy Urbina and our boy Young Speedy Beats here for that pop-up to perform, that should be crazy, right?
That should be fun.
That should be wild.
But we'll talk about that shit because they looking at me all crazy right now. But we'll talk about
happy
that
right now.
Nah, I'm fucking. You know, you got to speak shit into existence, right? So I'm looking forward to that. Bro, if your last pop up was big, we're gonna hope this one goes a lot better.
Bigger.
You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, that was good. And again, shout out Meatheads, shout out Munchie Boys, shout out Pops Barbecue, shout out Hector, Humphrey, Josue, and also Trap House Burgers. Go ahead and follow them. They sell burgers. They're great. Oscar, I'm not sure if you ever spoke with Oscar. Oscar or Andrew about Trap House Burgers. You never.
Oh, Trap House Burgers.
Dang, bro.
I'm sleeping.
No,
bro, they got a burger with fucking jalapenos, dude. That shit is fucking crazy, dude. Fucking good. And their fries, dude. Fucking crazy. Trap House Burgers is like by Beardsley, dude. So if you,
bro.
I used to live on Delford, so I used to live like a street after them. Like so.
No, that's what I always thought. When he told me it was this address, I was like, oh, I couldn't.
I moved around a lot.
There, you know?
But I'm a Doherty native, bro. Lewiston, Delford, Del Toro, fucking Camino Real, fucking. But I'm always around. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Doherty, like I think, like for myself, like the end goal is to open up a shop locally. I'm gonna stay in Doherty, so my dream is to purchase a house here in Doherty, and just fucking watch it bloom. You know, I feel this city has a lot to give to the world.
A lot to offer.
It's quiet.
Yeah, I feel like it. Like like
better.
Like people talk a lot of shit about it. Like damn, it's ghetto or like this and that. But like anywhere you go, it has its positives and negatives. And I'd rather just fucking ride with the negatives here and make the best out of it. You know what I'm saying? So this podcast originally was to like shine a light into that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I'm not gonna be biased to just people from Doherty. I want to get everybody. Like if you have a story to tell.
Any type of come up story, entrepreneur,
we'll get you right here in the
self-employed.
And you don't have to be like super famous, like you know what I'm saying. You just got to be going through a journey and like to tell to the world. You know what I'm saying? Because like, a kid like right now that like wants to cook in the future might be looking at this podcast and you just gave him like inspiration,
gave him that motivation,
or you just put him on game.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah,
does that make sense?
No, yeah.
And like everybody that we get here, because like Janelle's gonna do clothes, you do your barbecue, like your smoking, because that's a specific way of cooking, and then we're gonna get Ashley, which is another specific way of cooking, and we're just gonna get so many different people in here that like the people that view us or are afraid to start their own business, they're gonna be like,
it's gonna give them that fucking push to just
if he can do it, I can do it too. You know what I'm saying? So. That's like the goal of this podcast is to like help others and at the same time like help ourselves, bro. Because I feel like that now that you just like spoke this, whatever you did into existence and you spoke your story, it's going to give you some type of hunger to like, fuck, I don't want to look back 10, 15 years down the road and say, fuck, I fucking completely failed. You know what I'm saying? It's going to give you some kind of push. Like, like there's people now that are like going to keep an eye on me. You know what I'm saying? So... But without a doubt, we're always here for whatever you need, and we appreciate you being here. We appreciate it. If you guys get a chance to check out at Young Speedy Beats, he's the one shooting this video today.
Great music.
Guy makes great music, beats,
great
whatever
music.
you need.
Great.
J-Tel, great music too.
J-Tel, at J-Tel.
Great music.
At J-Tel on Instagram, at Young Speedy Beats on Instagram. Homeboy got a lot of fire shit coming out.
May 27th.
All the homies from that label are dropping dope shit.
Great music.
I appreciate you guys for tuning into this podcast.
Really, thank you.
My boy at Danny does it all. At
Don't Have One.
At Durangos BBQ.
At Malay Supply Company.
Yes, sir.
Or at Malays.co on Instagram. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week with a new episode.
We're out.
We're out.